football fans, we are ready for NFL picks for week number 8 in the league where they play. For pay! Great to be back with you. The best audience in all of YouTube is right here. Undefeated last week. Undefeated. Perfect record. 100%. 13-0. Winner after winner. Week after week. Year after year. Perfect record. That's the 5th time I've had a perfect record in the last few years. Show some love. Giants won outright. Miami covered the spread. I told you to take the Saints in a teaser. I even threw in Cleveland last week, even though I don't bet Thursday Night Football. I said Cleveland would win. Rams covered in a super teaser. Arizona won big over the Texans. By the way, shout out to my good friend Pete, whose son plays with my nephew. We had a little discussion about this game last week. Pete liked the Texans. Pete, show some love. Green Bay, they win. Indianapolis, I told you they had a chance to win outright. They did win outright. Cincinnati goes into Baltimore and wins. Tennessee had them. New England bombs the Jets. Vegas, I love them. I told you they were the play of the week last week. Tampa Bay bombs Chicago. 13-0. Perfect record. Perfect record. Let's try and keep it going. Believe it or not, we are in week number 8 already. Remember, there's 17 games this year, not 16. So we're getting to the halfway mark of the season. 2 teams on a bye this week. The Las Vegas Raiders just win, baby. They're on a bye. They're up to 5-2. Like I said, they bombed Philadelphia, and I loved that game last week. Played it heavy, won a lot. Loved Vegas last week. Vegas has put the Gruden thing behind them. And Baltimore is on a bye. They're down to 5-2. They took it on the chin to Cincinnati. All right, week number 8. Let's get to the Halloween games. Yes, we're playing on Halloween this year. And as Dracula said when he heard the wolves howling in the background, creatures of the night, oh, what sweet music they make. And by the way, my favorite Halloween movie, as I see there's another Michael Myers Halloween movie out in the theater. Out of that franchise, the original one back in, the 70s, that's still my favorite. Still my favorite. The original one with Jamie Lee Curtis. The original Michael Myers, still my favorite of the Halloween movies. By the way, how old is Michael Myers now? Is he like 85 still running around? Anyway, let's get to it. Pick number 1. Let's go up to Buffalo. With the Buffalo Bills are -13 against the Miami Dolphins. Buffalo 4-2 coming off a bye, coming off that heartbreaking loss to Tennessee. Miami, they're down to 1-6, lost to Atlanta. Here come the Watson rumors again. It's been a total disaster for the Dolphins this year. Their defense is like Swiss cheese. The spread's 13. For all you 4-team teaser lovers where you get 12 points, you move it to 1 and you take the Bills. The Bills coming off the bad loss to Tennessee 2 weeks ago where they feel they could have won that game. They got stopped on the quarterback sneak late. They've had 2 weeks to stew about this. They're home in Buffalo on Halloween, and here come the Dolphins who have lost 6 in a row, and they can't stop anyone. Baltimore scores over 40 in this game and rolls. The Bills are pick number 1. Pick number 2, let's go down to Houston, Texas, as I call it. Houston with a U, as the LA Rams are -14 against the Texans. Texans down to 1-6, got obliterated by Arizona. They were up early in this game, but that was short-lived. The Texans are a miserable team. No surprise, though. Rams, they're up to 6-1, beat Detroit. Didn't play great in this game, but got the job done. Detroit was pulling out all the stops in this game, faking punts, onside kicks. Detroit really hung in this game. The Rams do get the win. They weren't great in this game, the Rams, but they are 6-1. I was thinking about this when I was watching this game. The Lions scored on their first possession on an 80-yard screen pass or something. They flashed on the Ram cheerleaders as the Lions scored. The Lions are celebrating in the end zone. They flash on the Ram cheerleaders, and the Ram cheerleaders are cheering. You know, with the pom-poms up in the air. Ram cheerleaders, the other team scored. You don't cheer when the other team scored. Oh my goodness. And then on the other side, the Texans, they're losing like whatever it was, 42-5 at one point. And one of the Texans' defensive players, made a stop. You know, he stopped the running back in the backfield, and somebody starts dancing. And I'm like, you're losing 42-5. You're about to go 1-6. Your team is just atrocious, and you're dancing. It's all over the league. I've been saying it for how long now? For the last decade? What is with the celebrations when you're getting destroyed in a game? Yeah, I'm down 42-5, but I made a play in the backfield, so now I'm going to do a dance. Yeah. Woo, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. But I'm going to do a dance. I'm going to get mine. Oh, you talk about selfish. You talk about mindless. Pathetic. Pathetic. Between the Ram cheerleaders and the Texans celebrating when they're down 42-5, I can't take anymore. As far as this particular game, this is like game one. The Rams are 14-point favorite against the Texans. 14 teaser. You get 12 points. Move it to 2 and take the Rams. You got to go that way. If you like 14 teasers, the first 2 games are for you. Rams, pick number 2. Pick number 3. Let's go to the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Not too far from where I am here, where the Cincinnati Bengals are -10 against the New York Football Jets. How about the Bengals? They're up to 5-2, and they just went into Baltimore and smacked around the Ravens. The Bengals are much improved. They're a likable team. How about Burrow coming off the serious injury last year? He's playing great. You have to respect what the Bengals are doing. They're a very likable team. They've had so many lean years in the past. You can't help but like them. They smacked around Baltimore in Baltimore. And then you have the New York Football Jets. 1-5. Glad they prepared for New England on their bye week, the Jets, because they got just blown off the field. Gave up over 50 points to New England. Wilson hurt. Mike White was in the game. Mike White? Who? Who's Mike White? When I said Mike White was coming in the game, I thought we were talking about, that character from the James Bond movie, Casino Royale, Mr. White. I mean, who's Mike White? He's in the game. But don't worry, Jet fans, you just signed Joe Flacco. Oh, my. By the way, getting back to Bond real quick, because there's a Bond movie in the theater as well. What's your favorite Bond? What's your favorite Bond movie? And who is your favorite Bond? Hard to go against Sean Connery. He's, to me, the best Bond. I liked Roger Moore. I don't mind Daniel Craig. But Sean Connery, tough to beat. My favorite Bond could be Goldfinger, the movie. But anyway, I see new Bond is in the theater. But the Jets, I mean, how bad are they? Oh, my goodness. They are so desperate that they have brought back Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, they dusted him off, and they want, oh my goodness, do they really want Joe Flacco in the game? So now you got Joe Flacco, Mike White, oh my! Woo! Oh, the Jets, and I thought the Jet coach was supposed to be this defensive guru. Oh my goodness, they are as bad as ever. Same old Jets. 3-team teaser, the spread's 10. You get 9 points in a 3-team teaser. Move it to 1 and take the Bengals. Can you possibly like the Jets here? Wilson looks like he's not going to play. You got Mike White, and then you got Flacco potentially quarterbacking. Oh, the Jets stink. They just stink. Oh, what a horrible organization. They are just bad year after year. Oh my goodness. Bengals, pick number 3. Pick number 4. Let's go to Los Angeles, where the LA Chargers are -6 against the New England Patriots. This is a very interesting game here. Chargers are 4-2 coming off the bye. Remember, they got manhandled in Baltimore a couple weeks ago. And New England, they're up to 3-4. I just mentioned they destroyed the Jets. New England actually has been very competitive. They could have beat Tampa Bay, could have beat Dallas. They've been in a lot of games. New England is showing me something. I do like the young quarterback. The defense is playing well. New England is showing me something. They have a chance to have a decent record this year. They're showing me something, New England. I'm going to move this line to 12 and take the Patriots. I think it's going to be a close game. Patriots have been playing well. Like I said, they could have easily beat Tampa Bay. They could have easily beat Dallas. Looked great last week, albeit against the Jets. I like the quarterback. I like the defense. I think they can hang in the game. And I like the Chargers. And the Chargers are going to be angry this week after getting bombed in Baltimore 2 weeks ago. But 12 is too much to pass up for me. I'm going to take the Patriots plus 12. That's pick number 4. Pick number 5. Let's go to Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Tennessee Titans are -1.5 against the Indianapolis Colts. Tennessee up to 5-2, bombed Kansas City. 2 quality wins in a row for Tennessee. They're starting to hit their stride now. Believe it or not, Tennessee lost to the Jets this year. How did that happen? And then you got the Colts. They're up to 3-4, went into San Francisco in the rain and beat the Niners. The Colts have been playing better. They've won 3 of the last 4. Could have beat Baltimore. The Colts are starting to get better. Remember, the Colts were a good team last year. Colts are starting to play better now. It's an interesting game, a division game. If the Colts have any chance of winning this division, they have to have this game. Have to have it. I'm going to move it to 7.5 and take the Colts. I get the home team. I get the 7.5. The Colts are playing better. They're going to be the more desperate team here. They're 2 games behind in the division in Tennessee. I think the game is a field goal game either way. I'll take the Colts there. That's pick number 5. Pick number 6. This is the Sunday night football game with the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? A -2.5 against the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams coming off a bye. Minnesota's 3-3. Dallas is 5-1, having a very nice season. Very interesting game. A game I'm definitely going to watch on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to move it to 8.5 and take the Vikings. I'm going to move it to 8.5 and take those Vikings. I think at home the Vikings can make this a competitive game. Should be a lot of points scored in this game. Crowd should be all fired up. I'm sure they'll get some Dallas fans in the building as well. You know, Dallas fans, they travel everywhere. Should be an exciting atmosphere on Sunday Night Football. I think this is a good game. I like Minnesota getting 8.5. I think Minnesota's a decent team. 8.5 is a lot of points. Hard to pick a winner straight up in this game, so I'll go 8.5 with Minnesota in a 2-team teaser on Sunday Night Football. That's pick number 6. Pick number 7. Let's go to the Superdome, New Orleans. Who dat? Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a -5.5 against the New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay up to 6-1, just obliterated the Bears. Just bombed them, destroyed them. I mean, that was ugly. Tampa Bay playing really good football now. New Orleans, they're up to 4-2. They beat Seattle in an ugly, sloppy, messy game in the rain. It's a very interesting game, division game. I'm going to move it to 11.5 and take the Saints. I think that crowd is going to be wild in the Superdome this week with Brady and the Bucs coming in. I think this is a very interesting game, so I'm going to move it to 11.5, and I'm going to take the Saints here. I know it's always dangerous going against Brady and that offense because they can score points in a hurry. But I like the Saints here at home. I love taking the Saints in the Superdome, especially if I'm getting points. And in a teaser, I can get even more points. So I think this is a good one. I'll take the Saints plus 11.5. That's pick number 7. Who dat? Pick number 8. This is the Monday Night Football game. Not a good Monday Night Football game. Let's go to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where the Kansas City Chiefs are -10 against the New York Football Giants. Giants up to 2-5, handled Carolina in the Meadowlands. Kansas City, they're down to 3-4. Lost to Tennessee and didn't look good doing it. Mahomes got hurt. Mahomes was lucky he didn't get seriously hurt in that game. Did you see that hit? He gets hit from behind, then another guy hits him from the front, and he gets bent back like a pretzel. Came off the field very wobbly. They said he didn't have a concussion. I'm shocked, so he should play this week, but he avoided a very serious injury. When I saw that, I was worried about Mahomes. Kansas City not playing well at all this year. Not playing well at all. Still, having said that, I'm not ready to take the New York Football Giants on the road on Monday Night Football. So a 3-team teaser, it's 10 points. I'm going to move it to 1, and I'm going to take the Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs, you can get the 4-4 here. I know the Giants beat Carolina, but what does that mean now? I'm not ready to take the Giants just yet. I'm going to take Kansas City in a 3-team teaser, move it to 1. Chiefs get the win. They get up to 4-4. That's pick number 8. Pick number 9. Let's go to the Mile High City in Denver, where the Denver Broncos are -3 against the Washington football team. Denver's falling apart. They're down to 3-4. Lost to Cleveland on Thursday Night Football. It's all gone bad for the Broncos. Washington did down to 2-5. Lost to Green Bay. Every time I turned this game on, Washington was inside the Green Bay 10 and couldn't score. Couldn't get a point. They just could not do anything in the red zone. They were moving the ball, but just couldn't get it in. So they had their opportunities. Considering how bad Denver's played, and Washington did move the ball a lot against Green Bay last week, I'm going to move this to 9.5 in a 2-team teaser and take Washington. I just think these teams are evenly matched. Denver is falling on hard times. So if I'm getting 9.5, I got to feel comfortable with Washington here. That's pick number 9. Pick number 10. Let's go to the Windy City in Chicago, where the San Francisco 49ers are -3.5 against the Chicago Bears. Niners down to 2-4. Lost to Indianapolis in the rain in just a sloppy game. I guess Garoppolo will still be the quarterback this week. Chicago, they're down to 3-4. They lost to Tampa Bay. Chicago cannot keep up with teams like that. The last couple of weeks they played Tampa Bay and Green Bay. They cannot keep up with teams like that. They just can't. Fields was awful last week. Chicago's got to play like the mediocre bad teams. That's more their pace. Their defense can keep them in the game. But when you're playing these powerhouse teams, Chicago can't go toe-to-toe with them. This game here, Chicago at home, getting 3.5 is more their pace. The Niners are not playing well at all. I'm going to move it to 9.5 and take Chicago. I think Chicago's defense at least keeps it close at home. It's a messy game. It's not one of my favorite games, but I'll take the Bears there plus 9.5 in a 2-team teaser. That's pick number 10. Pick number 11. I hate to do it to you, Seattle. And we've never done it yet to you, but I gotta do it this week. My bags are packed. I am heading to the great Northwest, Seattle, Washington, where the 2-5 Seattle Seahawks are -3.5 against the 1-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. I wouldn't miss this one. Who is with me? My bags are already packed. My bags are already packed, I should say. My bags are packed. Who's with me? Who's with me? Let's go! Seattle 2-5 hosting 1-5 Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off a bye. Seattle loses at home to New Orleans. Geno Smith was awful, especially at the end of this game. It's been a lost year for the Seahawks without Russell Wilson. But my bags are packed. I know my loyal listener Ryan G. from Richmond, Virginia. He'll be with me, along with his friend Amy. She'll be making the trip as well. And guess what? We're going to the Space Needle with special guest Geno Smith. He'll be with us in the Space Needle. He'll be there up in the Space Needle. We're going to the top. We're going to Lake Washington. We're going to see an NHL Seattle Kraken game. We're going to the University of Washington. We're doing it all. Special guest Geno Smith in the house at the Space Needle. My bags are packed. If I had to play this game, and I can't believe I'm saying it, I might move it to 9.5 and take Jacksonville just because, believe it or not, you're going to be shocked about this, I don't like Geno Smith. I know, anytime you take Jacksonville, you're leery, but I don't like Geno Smith at all. At all. And he was dreadful at the end of that game. So I'm going to, if I had to play it, and I would stay away from this game, plus 9.5, take Jacksonville. Oh, Seattle, just a lost year without Russell Wilson. Just a lost year. Sometimes happens, though. Sometimes happens. Look what happened to the Cowboys last year without Prescott. It happens. Brady 1 year with the Patriots was out. Roethlisberger missed a year with the Steelers. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. The Seattle's done nothing but win for a long time, but they're taking it on the chin this year. But my bags are packed. I look forward to seeing you out in Seattle. That's pick number 11. Pick number 12. This is the Thursday night game, I believe. And this game is too good to be played on a Thursday night. This should be a Monday night game. As a matter of fact, can we swap this game? Let's put this game on Monday and put Kansas City and the Giants on Thursday. Let's go out to the desert where the Arizona Cardinals are at home, -6 against the Green Bay Packers in a fabulous game. Too bad it's on Thursday night. Arizona up to 7-0. They remain perfect. They bombed the Texans. Kingsbury and Murray getting it done in Arizona. Remember, they didn't have a great end to the last year. Last year, they did not have a great end to their season, Arizona. I was worried about them coming into this year, but they have done a great job. They added veterans like A.J. Green and T.J. Watt. It has really, really helped them. By the way, did I say T.J. Watt? I meant J.J. Watt. T.J. Watt's on the Steelers. You know what I meant. And then you got Green Bay. They're 6-1, beat Washington. They've won 6 in a row. Green Bay's defense didn't play great in this game. Washington moved the ball, but Green Bay, they bended but didn't break. And Green Bay has won 6 in a row. This is a great game. Can we get this game on Monday night? This should not be Thursday night. You're making Green Bay travel to Arizona on a Thursday? And here's another thing. I keep saying this. If you host the game on Thursday, you cannot host the game on the Sunday before, and that's exactly what happened. Arizona was home on Sunday. They're home here. No, you can't have that. Too much advantage, your Tojo, as they said in Karate Kid. Spread 6. I'm going to push it up to 12 in a 2-team teaser because if I can get 12 points with Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to take that every time. I don't bet Thursday Night Football, but if I had to play it, 2-team teaser, move it to 12 and take Green Bay. It's a very tough game. It's a very important game in the NFC. Very important game when you look at as far as playoff ramifications. If these two teams meet in the playoffs, where's that game going to be played? Is it going to be played in Arizona? Or is it going to be played in the tundra of Lambeau Field? I'll take Green Bay there, plus 12 and a 2-team teaser on Thursday Night Football. That's pick number 12. Pick number 13. Let's go down to Hotlanta, where the Atlanta Falcons are -3 against the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta, believe it or not, is up to 3-3, beat Miami. Listen, Atlanta has beaten Miami, the Jets, and the Giants. That's not exactly the Titans of the NFL, but they are up to 3-3. Give them credit for that. They have Matt Ryan, who can still do some things. They have Ridley, and how about this tight end Pitts? And a lot of people got on Atlanta for taking Pitts in the draft because they said, oh, maybe you should take a quarterback to replace Ryan. They need help on defense. All fair. This tight end Pitts can play. This guy is going to be one of the best tight ends in the league for a long time. The guy is a monster player. Then you have Carolina. They're down to 3-4. Just got bamboozled by the New York Giants of all teams. Donald benched. McCaffrey still out. Now Watson to the Panthers. That rumor has heated up. Philip Walker was quarterbacking the Panthers at the end of this game last week. Philip Walker. Walker. Enough said. Again, not one of my favorite games, but if I had to play it, money line, take Atlanta. They're home. They are 3-3. Carolina's fallen to pieces. No McCaffrey. Donald benched. I don't know if it's going to be Donald or Mr. Walker this week. Carolina got bombed by the Giants. Bombed by the Giants. How could you have any faith in them on the road now? I like Atlanta in the money line. That's pick number 13. Pick number 14. Let's go to the Motor City in Detroit, where the Philadelphia Eagles are -3.5 against the Detroit Lions. Philadelphia down to 2-5, got plastered by Vegas. I loved Vegas last week. I don't know why that spread was only 3. I still don't understand that. And then the Lions, they're 0-7, lost to the Rams. Listen, the Lions did play competitively in this game. They tried to pull out all the stops. Onside kick, fake punts. They tried to do it all. They hung in the game. They played hard. They just don't have enough talent. They just don't. And I hammered them last week. They were competitive against the Rams. They really played hard in that game. But 0-7 is still 0-7. Philadelphia is 3.5-point favorite on the road. On general principle, I am moving this to 9.5 and taking Detroit. I know I'm asking for it, but on general principle, I cannot take Philadelphia being a 3.5-point favorite on the road. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Just can't do it. Philadelphia has looked really bad recently. I don't like them at all. At all. So I'll say this is a close game. Move it to 9.5 and take the Lions. I can't see Philadelphia going into Detroit or anywhere and blowing out anybody. I know who'd they blow out week 1. They blew out somebody week 1, Philadelphia, Atlanta. But that's not going to happen too often this year. And Philadelphia's going the wrong way. I know Detroit's not any good, but I think this game will be close. I'm going to take the 9.5 and the 2-team teaser and take the Lions. That's pick number 14. And the final pick number 15. Let's go to the dog pound in Cleveland, where the Cleveland Browns are -3.5 against the Pittsburgh Steelers in a good old-fashioned rivalry. Pittsburgh 3-3 coming off a bye. Cleveland, they're up to 4-3, beat Denver in an ugly game on Thursday Night Football. We'll see who's quarterbacking this week, Keenum or Mayfield. You don't know. Keenum did some decent things against Denver, had that big run at the end of the game on 4th down. That was a key play. So Keenum did do some good things, but you don't love him. We'll see if Mayfield can play. Chubb is back at practice. Cleveland's got all sorts of injuries. Remember, Pittsburgh played Cleveland last year in the playoffs and got bombed. I'm going to move it to 9.5 and take Pittsburgh. With all these injuries for Cleveland and the quarterback situation being up in the air, I think it'll be a close game. It is such a big rivalry. You know, the Steelers were embarrassed last year when they lost that playoff game to Cleveland. They just got run off the field. I think it'll be close just because of all these Cleveland injuries. Mayfield may not even play. They got guys out on the offensive line. Who knows? So I'll move it to 9.5 and take Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's coming off a bye. They're well rested. So they should be healthy. Cleveland's the opposite. They're not healthy at all. I think that makes the game close. So I'll take Pittsburgh plus 9.5 in a 2-team teaser. That is pick number 15. You're all set. You're all caught up. Thanks as always for the support. I say it each and every week. The best audience in all of YouTube is right here. The most loyal audience in all of YouTube is right here. You guys have a great Halloween. Enjoy the games. Pick a lot of winners. Make a lot of money. Stay safe. I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Take care.